Hello everybody, it's episode 12 of Paddy Does One Bro. Laura is sat next to me.
As always.
And you have just eaten some popcorn chocolate.
Yeah.
Was it good? Oh, there was a fire here. I never actually lit this one.
It's good. I like it when people get me good chocolates for Christmas. Makes me feel happy. Happy.
Now that Caramax discontinued. It's fucking worse, isn't it? It's so good.
Like I said, I've got a whole supply of them in the cupboard. I feel still guilty about eating them because I'm like, once they're gone, I can't get them back ever.
It's a real worry, isn't it, for you?
Genuinely.
But anyway, welcome back.
Yeah.
We're going to go fight something else.
Okay.
Because the Frankly Era still scares me. And my weapon's only a +4. And I know there's some good Titanite down here.
Okay.
And a boss to kill.
Okay.
We're heading down to a place called the Smouldering Lake. Unfortunately, there's a demon. And I think...
I think he knows where you are.
No. I think I can make him fight this Mimic cocoon. Wow!
Oh, well, the Mimic woke up, though.
Yep. Oh. That Mimic just took a lot of damage. That was a weird start. Normally he doesn't fire off that hard. I didn't press start on the timer. Would you like a question?
Yeah.
The second part from Mr. Reciprocity from last time. Hello, Mr.
Hello,
Reciprocity.
Mr. Recipe.
From Blue Sky. Follow me and ask questions to me on Blue Sky. I can't do it. I feel really bad doing that stuff. Like and subscribe. I never... No. Question for Laura.
Yeah.
Now that I'm distracted talking about how the game makes me feel. Are you being held against your will?
Pretty much.
Cough 3 times for yes.
It's something we do together. I don't hate doing it. There are things I'd rather do with my time. But, yeah, I like spending time. Well.
Oh, you heard her. She nearly said it. She nearly said she likes spending time with you. You all heard her. Ooh.
We would have this year been married for 10 years.
Oh my god.
Our child turns 5 years old this year. And we would have known each other for 20 years.
Yeah. It's a hell of a time, isn't it?
Literally get less for murder. Could have been out.
And this is the main time we spend together these days.
Yes. Well, you've got your things that you do.
No, I haven't. I've got video games.
You play video games. And
that's not a thing.
I will sit there and watch you play sometimes. I was sat there watching you play Yakuza last night.
Oh, that's taken a turn, isn't it?
What?
So, I'm playing Yakuza 5. And if you haven't played Yakuza games and want to, and I don't know, maybe spoiler your ears off, but it's on the box, so it's not really a spoiler. It's one of the ones with multiple protagonists.
Yes.
Because there are a couple of them where you have multiple protagonists. I'm just going to try and run past the demon this time.
Yeah.
Or at least fight him close range, because this is unsustainable. I mean, that damage isn't bad.
It isn't, as long as you
No,
watch
not
out
you,
for those
skeleton.
Skelly bobs. Oh, he dealt with that for me.
Ow. Oh, not you. The skelly bob won't work now. Uh-oh. Bad. Very bad. I had no stamina. That was my
Hey,
fault.
you get owned by this guy.
Because look at him! He's a demon!
Anyway, so you've basically ended up in a...
It's a multi-part person. The first two parts of it are you play as Kiryu, protagonist, doing your witness protection, whatever you're doing shit. Not really. The second part, you're playing an ex-con who's escaped from prison and has to fight bears in the woods with his bare hands, which is pretty cool. And now we've taken a very hard turn to Kiryu's adopted daughter, Haruka, who's like 16, and is trying to become a princess idol on TV, like Pop Idol, on Japanese TV. And as such, you walk around town in Kamurocho, not fighting dudes with your fists. No, you do dance battles. And it improves your performance.
So it's basically turned into a rhythm game?
It has turned into a rhythm game. I am just going to run past this now because I'm sick of this.
So yeah, I was watching a bit of that last night. And yeah, there's all we played board games and stuff together, but like I got my own shit to do sometimes. You know, I've got my crafts to do, my embroidery to do, and my Lego. I've got a whole pile of Lego in the other room. It's all turned up. It's gonna be great. You know, I've got stuff that I want to do that doesn't necessarily involve you. So yeah, we do try and eke out time.
All the best stuff involves me, Laura.
To spend together doing, you know, stuffs.
Yeah.
We have our own interests and shared interests. I know I mentioned it before. I don't understand these couples that like they have nothing in common. They don't have, like, their interests don't overlap at all.
They exist in the same rooms as each other.
Yeah.
Or don't. Just kind of go out, like, you're out every weekend doing other stuff. Like, I'm going to the football and never talk to you. That seems really alien to me, that you would do that. It's odd.
But yeah, so it's not the worst thing.
No.
Sometimes it's a bit... It's incredibly frustrating when I sit here and
He's still fighting skeletons.
And you're like, oh, be involved. Tell me which way to go, and I tell you, and then you actively ignore me. But that's not just a video game thing. That happens in real life all the time too.
Ah! He knows.
So
yeah,
it's not a
Well, like, I'm trying to talk and play and listen to you, and I can't do all those
like
things.
I said, it happens in the real world too.
I can just.
Nope.
I mean, it kind of worked.
Did it? You just said, oh, I don't want to sit there and paddy things for ages. It's really boring just shooting arrows at stuff. What are you doing?
I just need them to be visible. Hang on, let me two-hand it so I can free aim. I missed.
Why are we shooting at him again?
Because he drops a soul.
But yeah.
Pretty good weapon he drops. I don't even know if I can wield it, but it's one of those, like, exploding fists. Oh, crossbows, you have to reload it every time. Ah! Oh! This is doable.
I mean, I think the worst bit about doing things like this is then we'll be like walking to work the next day, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I did this in Dark Souls, and I'll be like, I was fucking there. I was sat next to you. I was talking to you
several
about
times
stuff.
You have been there.
I know.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Is he powered up? Well, okay. It's okay. I lit the fire. It doesn't count. That's a problem for later. I'm gonna come up with a +10 weapon and try that another time. It's fine. Nobody saw.
But yeah, so
I enjoy doing this with you. It's fun. Sharing a video game. Now, do you remember this fucking area?
People...
Do you recognise this place?
No.
This is the Smouldering Lake. So...
Is there a big worm here?
There is a big worm.
Isn't
and also
there's a room,
big ballista.
Isn't there a room with a pile of demons?
Yes. In fact, that is basically the room that I want to get to.
Okay.
I need to get past the worm. This is probably not the way to do it.
Probably not standing next to the electric worm. In the water.
I went the wrong way. I think you get around the worm by going this way. This feels bad. Oh! Well done. And now, what we do...
Yeah, I
hang
hope
out
people
here.
don't mind me being on here and bragging on you. It's somewhat amusing to them.
Out, not there.
You know, I know full well that my voice is not overly aesthetically pleasing on audio.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
There we go. Now, I hang out here and let the ballista kill the worm.
It's that thing of like how I think my voice sounds to how it actually comes across in audio.
So I have no aspersions to what I sound like. Having edited podcasts for this for years, I know exactly what I sound like.
It's fine because you're a nice boy.
That's a weird way of saying it. It's that worm everyone thinks is Solaire.
What?
There's a theory this is Solaire. It's
What?
wrong.
What?
Because it drops, like, Sunlight Spear. A thing, and it drops an Estus Shard as well.
What?
Yeah. It's an Estus Shard or a Bone Shard, one
That's
of the two.
dumb.
But once it's dead, this area becomes a lot easier to manage.
It's still dumb.
Come on, it's missing it. This is a nice place you can sit and just have it, like, just...
But
Hit
yeah,
the snake.
So I think for you it means that you are happier just to keep gaming a bit because there's something else going on. You know what I mean? You don't have to focus on talking and
Yeah, I need you for
doing.
this. Like, we've established, I mean, I've established that this is really difficult to do on my own. And at least
Yeah,
on my
that's
own in a
shiny.
way... I'm just going to hit the bonfire first.
it's
I'm
so
sorry I'm hitting the
much.
bonfire. I'm sorry I'm doing a good job.
Really?
You would have told me off if I didn't hit the bonfire. What's up with that?
You could have hit the shiny quite easily and then gone
Yes,
to the
but I also
bonfire.
could have been shot by a large arrow. Because I think it can see me from here. Okay, it just can't see me. So, there's a boss in there.
Yeah.
However, before I do that, I'm just going to whiz back to Firelink real quick. Because I now believe I've got enough large T to level up my sword. Go on,
Okay.
level up my sword. Would you like another question?
Go on then.
So this question is from Holding. Don't know his username on this account. Hang on. Fuck. Angel of Sleep on YouTube, which I know is my friend Tom that I used to work with in Sue Rider. I was his boss for a bit. He's the one that streams sometimes.
And as I watched you watch. I've watched you watch him.
Watch him. Raw Broadsword 5. Yay! Good. My Raw Broadsword is better. So Tom has a query.
Yeah.
Question. As a fan of D and D,
Yeah.
it'll be Dungeons and Dragons,
Not Dick and Dick.
Gracious.
I'm going to give her the poop ashes. Given any consideration to Baldur's Gate 3? If so, would you consider streaming it? No.
No and no.
No and no. No, it's not that... I think I would like to play the game. I think I would enjoy playing the game. That's
No,
not...
I rephrase that. I think you would like to receive the game free on Plus at some point and play it then.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
You're not that inclined. I think it's not. I think it's not necessarily kind of weird enough for you. You're much. You're all on board on Dragon's Dogma 2 instead.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Dragon's Dogma 2. I think that's going to be a
you-
fucking
you
good-ass
much-
video game.
Yeah, I think you're much more into your weird combat as opposed to love side stories.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
yeah,
I'll
as and when they
probably
happen, but not as a. Yeah.
will... Oh, hang on. Better Estus. I think I will probably... Hang on, let me attune spell for a second. I don't want the flame buff to my sword. What I do want is to increase my fire damage absorption. Or should I try and poison this thing? Try and poison it first. Just think it'd be funny. Yeah, I think that game looks cool. And
Yeah.
I would like to play it, but it is a 200-hour beast.
Yeah,
and I am
no.
working through Yakuza. I have got God of War Ragnarok I haven't
Right.
touched. I
We
got
haven't
Spider-Man 2
We
for
haven't
Christmas.
even, like, as a household, we haven't even bought the latest Final Fantasy.
No, 16. That's nearly a year
and
old
we
already.
are generally, we
Weebuses.
get on that stuff. I just don't think we've got the energy to put that much in all the time. Like, we struggle with our 50, 60 hour games.
I mean, I can still hit you here. I'm going to try and pizen this. I don't think I can pizen it.
What, because he's already foggy? Oh.
Although, I have actually
You
pizened him.
Good for you.
I didn't equip the resin.
What resin?
The one I was going to use to make my thing all lightning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just don't think we've got the
Oops.
I mean, if it's, I want to say if it's something you can tackle a little bit at a time, but with stuff like that, because there's so much storyline to it,
Yeah.
it's a bit harder to jump in and out of as such.
Oh! I keep being called by that. Sorry. Yeah, like, there's one he does where the fire kind of comes out from his body and goes, this one. I feel like this is a bad one. Yeah, and I would like to play it. I would like to play it. I would like to play it when I've got a bit more free time. I think I'm safe there. Not from that.
Yeah, again, it's just, so you work all day, it's normally 6 o'clock by the time you get home, then got to cook dinner, so by the time we've eaten, done baths, put Violet to bed, it's like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We then potentially got to tidy up the house, so that's another half an hour at least. So you're looking 8:30, 9 o'clock before you can even look to sit down on your bum, let alone plug some hours into something. And that's not, and that includes obviously days off, because days off are with her.
Yeah.
So you don't really get.
And she's not old enough to kind of exist while I play a video game for hours
and
at
you're
a time.
not that kind of parent to ignore her while you sit there all day in video game.
No, I think I'm a better dad than that.
So.
Oh, look how well I was doing.
Yeah, those kind of gone are the days of like 6-hour gaming stints.
Yeah, they don't happen. Only on days when I am on my own, which are rare.
Yeah. So yeah, something like that you kind of kind of want to binge.
And here's the other thing about that particular game, I think, is that the internet has gotten really weird, mad, horny about it.
Oh yeah.
And like I had this with Witcher 3. I waited a long time before I played Witcher 3 because the internet was too mad, horny, and he's awake already. What the fuck?
Yeah, you kind of just want everyone to shut up about it so you can just do it at your own pace.
Yeah.
But we did the same with Breaking Bad. Everyone was well over it by the time we got into it.
Ow.
And it's not that I don't want to watch it because it's popular, blah blah blah. It's just like you just want to be able to enjoy it for the sake of enjoying it without everyone being like, oh, have you done this bit? Have you done it?
Yeah. Oh, this character is Bay. Oh, what happened there? I feel like I got caught there. Yeah, the internet is frankly insufferable about it at the moment, and there's always a game like that they're always horny about.
Yeah.
And like, yes, you shouldn't let what the things people say on the internet confuse the way, change the way you want to do a thing. But like, I kind of want it to become less annoying before I start.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that I might play it and I might enjoy it. And people think, "Oh, do it multiplayer. That'd be good." Like, I can't play this game multiplayer, and it is if you're rushing through 40-hour game.
Yeah.
With mates, with you doing all the bosses together, and if you know what you're doing.
You can barely find time to log in to see mates once in a month anyway. Let alone as a regular thing to try and progress your game.
Ow. Yeah, that's a bad start. Yeah, like, no. Would I like to? Yeah, and I think I wouldn't want to stream it.
No.
Or record it, or anything like that. Yes, I would play it, but I think that kind of game, I don't think I would want to watch on YouTube, because that is a lot of wandering around and talking and making decisions, and it's probably interesting in your head, but like, as far as watching 200 hours of that, I don't think I could. Because I think whenever I want to make a series, would I watch this thing that I'm making? And if the answer's no, then I don't. Ow! Oh fuck! If the answer's no, then I consider not making the thing. Oh, he's not isn't. Oh, bad. That was a shit run. Why am I not doing as well as my first run? That first run was amazing.
Because that's how this always happens.
I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be.
Well, to be fair, the first one, when you poisoned him, he was sat down. He's now not sat down.
He's moving now.
Can you not poison kukri? Have you got poison kukris?
I've got a poison goo I can put on my sword. I don't believe I have a poison knife yet.
Okay.
And I don't know how. Do you know what? This is the wrong place to look because I'm going to get my ass handed to me if I stop here. I can get it. I just think because he's quite slow, so I think the poison mist will work if I can just get the right move to start it with.
But yeah, I think
Not that
definitely. Because I was talking to someone the other day. I mentioned we were talking about games conferences, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you go to them anymore? Why don't you take like Violet?" And I'm like,
Can you imagine?
I know, the last one we went to was the last one I went to was Gamescom for our honeymoon, and we waited at the time. Was it 4 hours?
4 hours.
To
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne?
I was talking to someone at work about this today.
And it's like I couldn't imagine doing that with a small child. It's not. I don't consume video games the way I used to.
It's not a good prospect for you anymore, is it? Like
No.
you don't do games like that.
I mean, even like, because sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'll just go on to some of the game sites and see if anything pops up. But there's so much trash on there now about like this YouTuber that plays games has done this and that and the other. I'm like, I just want to have game information like you used to get from the magazines and stuff.
But don't you want to know about which YouTubers are Nazis?
Oh, but
Oh, that's the bad one. That's the one I was worried about.
So trying to then, from that, then glom on
How?
to what I might be interested in.
Yeah, it's a weird
Yeah,
one,
I
isn't
know
it?
you get more games now with demos and stuff, but I think the way comparatively both of us now consume games is we've got a couple that you've got on your radar, and everything else is, I saw it cheap in a sale.
Yeah.
Go on then. I'll
Got it
go,
off Plus.
Yeah, I got it off Plus. And you're willing to give it a go, and then if it's shit, but you haven't wasted a whole load of money, you haven't wasted a whole load of time, because you just don't have the energy for it.
I've got one poison resin, which I'm going to use. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I'm just thinking about the things you just said.
That's fine. Because there's other things I'd rather do. I think it will be different maybe in 2 or 3 years' time when maybe she's old enough to start playing games with us.
Now, here's a fun thing, actually. This is something to talk about. We played games together yesterday. We set up 2 controllers.
By we, he means him and Violet.
Yeah, me and Violet.
You gone quiet.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't realise this motherfucker's susceptible to poison. That's kind of cool. I'm going to do the big sweep. That's it. Let me out! Let me out!
I mean, that's
Let me out! Oh, I
when
just
you-
wasted
when you
my
were act-
fucking resin.
When you were actually hitting him, that's doing fairly okay damage.
Just wasted my piss resin on that.
You did whatever that is, like 10%, 15% of his health.
Yeah, I
in like 3
got
swings.
caught in his legs. Let's try that lightning resin. I can do fire infinitely on my sword, but that's the wrong one for this one.
Like that's a waste of your time.
It is a full waste of time.
But yeah, so you were playing with Violet.
We tried a game called Tinykin, which is like a Pikmin I like, and I gave her control of the do the flash before I go in, and this. Fuck it, there we go. We're in. I gave her control of the jump for a bit, which went okay, but she would kind of get me annoyed.
Yeah.
And then I gave her control of the triangle button, which makes him go ah! And summon like friends. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me heal.
I mean, we play more games with her, but like we tried the Pocket one, didn't we? That was absolutely.
Oh, the Pocket one just doesn't
Oh
work.
god, the motion controls for a children's game where you think the motion controls will be very good do not work. Me and Paddy were sat there going, we could not physically get them to work properly.
No, we couldn't.
It was
Does that come
awful.
back out again? That comes back out again. I want to be closer than this. Oh shit.
She doesn't quite know what to do with Lego games yet.
No, she doesn't. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm trying really hard. Man, I feel like I'm getting close. I remember this one being difficult on my first run.
Yeah.
And my weapon's only +5. Sorry, so we played Tinykin and she enjoyed that, but she kind of got a bit bored halfway, and then I ended up just playing it myself because it's quite a good game, honestly. Quite fun. We played a game called Gigantosaurus. Again, these are all things from Plus, which was a very... Imagine a bad PS2 platformer.
Yeah.
That's what that game is. And, like, for free...
I think that's a Netflix show.
Is it?
And I think it is.
It felt like it might have a show attached to it.
I think it's a Netflix thing that she has watched.
And there was one other thing we did, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember what it was. But again, it was... Oh, Peppa Pig! We tried Peppa Pig. And to be fair, that game is simple dimples.
Yeah, we...
Like, you just move and you press X. That's it. Like at the start, when you make your character, it just sort of says, what do you want to wear? Like, not do you want to be able to wear a girl, do you want to wear a shirt? Or let me out. Let me out! Oh my god. Like, do you want to wear a t-shirt or trousers, you know? Oh, well, this is the outside one. No, it's this one. Sorry. Or like, do you want to wear glasses? What animal do you want to be? As opposed to, pick a class.
Yeah.
And you say pick a class, it's not that at all. This is the ring that goes in or out. This is the one that goes in. Yes. Did it. I had to get close again. This is the ring that goes in or out.
That's going out.
That one. Oh my god. No. Lock on. By the way, this is the room for the demons, remember?
Yeah.
Does that go through this? I feel like that goes through this. I feel like that's a problem. Right, do a melee.
But yeah, the reason, I'm sure we mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. The reason I at Peppa Pig is because we try not to have it in this house.
Yeah.
Because it's so commercialized. You can go into pretty much any shop and you will find something
a Peppa Pig toy.
So we try to make sure that we don't watch too many shows like that, so she doesn't be like,
dodge that.
I want that because it's got Peppa Pig on. Yeah, we did this. I did the same something along those lines. We tried, overly tried, but we've tried not to get her into like Pokemon yet.
I think she'd like it. And that's
I'm sure she'd like it.
So what? No, Laura. So what did we get her into?
We got her into Digimon.
Digital monsters, because what are they? The champions. Except on the Japanese one, because they don't play that song.
So she likes watching Digimon. And she can remember what they evolve into and things.
Yay!
Far more than we can.
Yeah.
She's like, this evolves into this, and I'm like, what?
She knows the boys, she knows what they... Yeah, she is good at bloody Digimon, that girl.
But again, she can't just go into a shop and see it everywhere.
No.
And there's a few others that, again, we say to the grandparents and stuff, can you make sure that she doesn't watch too much of this stuff? Because we just don't want that to be a problem.
But going back to Peppa Pig, like, she got that game.
Yeah.
Like, I think she was a little bored when we started, because we played that. Yes! It worked! I saved him.
Oh, then I might have an
It saved him, Laura.
Cool.
He sells... Look at all the things he sells now. More things.
So yeah, finish about Peppa Pig.
So yeah, we tried the game, and she got it. Like, she understood how the game worked. And I genuinely think she did a good job, considering she pressed all the buttons herself. Like, I didn't press a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to touch it. I was like, right, you're gonna do all the buttons. I'm just gonna keep my hands off, and you're gonna do all the buttons. And I let her to it, and it worked. She fucking loved it. She had a good time. For the half an hour or so that it held her interest, and after that point, she gave up.
Yeah, as toddlers do.
As expected, though, like as fully as expected.
Although, to be fair, half an hour is pretty good.
She did all right, yeah. So I think she is ready to play games together soon. but not maybe
It's
games.
finding the appropriate games that she's got. I mean, she loves watching us play Loco Roco, but she doesn't understand like the jump buttons.
And Lego City, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Lego City
Undercover.
Okay, I can't turn that Fire Demon Soul into anything useful, so I'm going to eat that one. Not yet.
So yeah, we're still trying to find something that she can have fun with.
Yeah. But going back to the original point, I wouldn't want to stream Baldur's Gate. I think that would be the kind of thing you want to play by yourself. Like, it's the kind of thing I would want to play by myself.
I think if there's anything, again, potentially streamy-wise, something short. Again, we're thinking like PS2 era, PS1, kind of like, you're talking like 10 hours maybe. Couple of nights.
If that.
Get it done. Find something weird that maybe a lot of people had seen or heard of. And yeah, do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think she'll do it when you want. But yeah, for me, Baldur's Gate, I'd want to do it myself. With Witcher, I wouldn't want to broadcast that to the world because I don't stream.
No.
If I streamed, it might be different because chat are along with you, people are along with you, they can talk, while you're playing it, you're chatting together. Oh, I want to try this, I want to try this, I want to try this.
I think you'd also, you still, like, I've seen it with people that, again, we've seen stream. It's hard to engage with the media you're doing and keep reading up on the chat and stuff. Like, doing both of those things effectively.
Yeah. Like, if you were there with me.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, no, potentially, if you did do something like that, with me sat here reading the chat or talking about people and stuff.
Even then, it's a big bloody ask again. It's a big game to commit to for this sort of thing. And again, like we said earlier, we don't have that sort of time in the evenings, really. Like
energy.
Or energy.
You just kind of want something. You don't have to necessarily get too. I don't want to say too invested in, but it's not.
I know where you're coming from. I think I see where you're. Yeah. Like, you've got to be like awake and paying attention, and like you've got to like know. Oh, there we go. Rotten pine resins. I'm gonna buy a bunch of those because that was good. Sorry, carry on. I'm just topping up.
Yeah, it's not about not being invested in the game. It's about it not asking for too much of your emotional, like, energy. Like, I know you've been playing Yakuza, and like the serious bits of it are very serious.
Oh, they get heavy.
For the most part, you are running around smacking people up and then playing mini games. It's not like a continuous like this is what we're doing.
It is pretty funny, isn't it?
The last 2 big games I played, Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is about building stuff, and Seasons. What's it called?
Story of Seasons.
Story of Seasons. Olive Town.
Bloody.
Which I only found out after I'd pumped far too many hours into it. It is a Harvest Moon.
It is a
Harvest Moon. Under a different name.
You got tricked into playing a Harvest Moon game.
You tricked me. You suggested I get it, and I went, go on then, I'll give it a go. And then you're like, oh, actually it's a Harvest Moon, and I'm like, fucking, this is why I didn't want to play Harvest Moon, because I knew I'd get sucked in. So yeah, which essentially is just a farming game. So nothing, again, that I needed to be, like,
committing your life to.
Yeah! Committing the little energy I have left in my day.
Yeah. Fun game though. So anyway, I hope that kind of answered the question. I feel like we tangented a few times.
So yeah, the answer is no and no.
Yes, but no. Yes, I want to play it, not for a while. Let it cool down. I've got to get this, Elden Ring DLC, God of War, 4 more Yakuza games, Spoderman 2. Like, I've got so much on the list. And that's not including all the little weird shit that I download, on a weekly basis.
All the time, yeah.
But yeah, because that's what I do. And I've got all these board games I want to play as well. Let's not even get started on that.
Board games.
Yay. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm tired now.
Okay. Well, I feel like we achieved a boss there. That's a boss down. 1 more in the bank. Grey Rat saved. We're healthy right now. We're doing very well. We're doing very, very well. I think Irithil's going to be next. There is some level in the Smouldering Lake, but it all just leads back to the boss. So it's one of those things where it's got some stuff to pick up, and I might just do a run and pick up all the
stuff.
There's a lot of Titanite down there, and
Yeah.
I'm desperate for some large tea for this bloody sword that I'm holding in my hands here. So yeah,
Cool.
I have no final thoughts.
No.
I always ask you, but there's no point.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Oi, you! Do questions.
Questions.
If you're
Questions.
if you already have, hey, you're my friend. If you haven't, just drop one down there in the comments.
Please.
Have I got a please?
Please.
Please! Please, please, please! Okay. See you again next time.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Goodbye!